All right, strap in. We're going deep today on AI chips. Nvidia's Blackwell, to be exact. You guys wanted the inside scoop on this thing, all the headlines it's been making? Well, we got some juicy details from an entrepreneur article. Turns out even the big tech giants, they make mistakes sometimes. Seems there was a design flaw, threw a real wrench in their plans.
Yeah, that's right. And what's really interesting isn't just the flaw itself, it's how NVIDIA handled this whole thing.
Yeah.
What it says about the pressure these guys are under developing AI tech.
Okay, so Jensen Huang, he's Nvidia's CEO. He's been hyping this Blackwell chip up, saying demand's insane. And then, bam, design flaw pops up, delays everything. What happened? Did they rush it or something?
Right? Makes you wonder, right? The thing is, the flaw didn't completely brick the chips, but it impacted the yield. So
Right.
fewer working chips from each batch they make. And for a company like Nvidia, I mean, everyone's knocking on their door for these things. Amazon, Google, the whole lot. That's got to be a major headache for them.
The article mentioned they designed 7 different chip types for Blackwell. All have to be produced at the same time. 7. Was that just too ambitious or asking for trouble?
It definitely shows how complex these chips are, that's for sure. Think about it. Coordinating production for that many components, all linked together, even a tiny error, it can snowball into a huge problem.
To their credit, though, Huang took responsibility. Said it was 100% Nvidia's fault. Says they fix it now and they're cranking out Blackwell chips at an incredible pace.
Mhm.
But the damage is done right. Release pushed back from Q2 to Q4 this year.
That's right. And delays like this, they don't just affect NVIDIA. Think about it. These chips, they're powering the whole AI revolution. So a late launch, it can mess up the plans of, well, pretty much everyone. Google, Meta, Microsoft, they all depend on NVIDIA.
Man, the pressure must be intense. The article talked about Huang practically losing sleep over the demand. Everyone wants to be first in line for these chips. So what kind of design flaw are we even talking about here? What made it such a big deal?
Well, the article, unfortunately, it didn't go into the specifics of the flaw. I'd bet they keep that under wraps, competitive reasons and all that. But we can speculate a bit. Was it something with the chip's architecture itself? Or maybe one of the many, many components? Whatever it was, it clearly threw a wrench in their whole production process.
And this delay, it's not just about who gets the fancy new chip first. What does it actually mean for all those companies, depending on these things?
Okay, so imagine you're a company like Google. You're pouring billions into developing the latest AI. You're counting on this new chip to, power your next big algorithm, give you an edge. Suddenly, launches push back months. All your plans get messed up. Your competitors, they might even get ahead.
So it's way bigger than just the chips themselves. We're talking about delays in research development, even the rollout of new AI products, the stuff people use.
Exactly. And it really highlights how important NVIDIA has become to, all of AI. They're right at the heart of it. But that kind of power, it comes with huge responsibility, right? They have to innovate, they have to deliver, and they can't afford to make mistakes that could affect, well, the whole industry.
Wow. So even a small design flaw, it can cause a ripple effect throughout the entire AI world. That's pretty wild. What does all this tell us about the future of AI development then? Is this like a sign of things to come or just a one-time thing?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? This whole incident. I think it gives us a peek into just how intense AI chip development is. The demand's crazy high, the stakes are massive, and everyone's moving so fast.
Okay, just to be sure I'm following. So NVIDIA's in the hot seat right now.
Yeah.
This Blackwell chip, it's super important for everyone, and any delay have big consequences. And we still don't know exactly what went wrong. But it shows how complicated designing AI chips is.
You got it. It's almost like they're trying to build a spaceship while it's already taking off. The margin for error is tiny, and any slip-up, even a small one, it can have massive effects.
So for, the average person, should we be worried our AI-powered future is going to be delayed because of this chip shortage?
Well, I think it definitely reminds us that the AI revolution, it's exciting, but it's still a work in progress, There are going to be bumps along the road. This Blackwell thing is a perfect example.
But like you said before, Huang and Nvidia, they owned up to it. That seems kind of rare these days, doesn't it? Does that change things?
Oh, absolutely. It shows they're committed to being transparent, accountable, and in a field like AI, which is so complex and changes so fast, trust is everything.
It's like they're not trying to hide the mistake. More like, hey, we messed up, we're fixing it, and here's what we learned.
Exactly. And that honesty, it goes a long way, especially for those customers who are counting on them.
So even though there was this stumble, it sounds like NVIDIA is still in a pretty good spot. Do you think this gives their competitors a chance to catch up, though?
It's possible, for sure. The competition in AI chips is fierce, let me tell you. Companies like Intel, AMD, even Google, they're all pouring money into their own AI hardware. So yeah, this delay could give them a chance to close the gap a bit.
But you're not writing Nvidia off just yet.
Not a chance. They've still got a big lead both in hardware and software, and they've shown time and time again they can bounce back from setbacks.
What about the pace of AI innovation overall? Think this whole thing will slow things down. Like, will companies be more cautious now?
Yeah, it's a real concern. This whole thing might make companies put more focus on quality control testing, which might slow things down a little in the short term.
But long term,
I actually think it could lead to AI tech that's more reliable, more robust. It's a good reminder that progress can't come at the expense of quality.
so like a bit of a reality check, maybe AI has all this promise, but it's still limited by, the physical stuff, the hardware, manufacturing.
Exactly. And it also reminds us that humans make mistakes, even when it comes to cutting-edge tech.
Which is kind of reassuring in
Yeah.
a way, right?
Mm.
Means we're still in control. AI is a tool, something we're building.
For sure. And like any powerful tool, we've got to use it carefully, thoughtfully.
This has been a fascinating look at AI chips, the whole balance between innovation, quality, responsibility, anything else you think our listeners should know, like broader implications of this whole Nvidia situation. One thing that really hit me is how connected everything is in the AI world. It's not just about the chips themselves, right? It's the software, the data, the companies, the people doing the research, all these pieces fit together.
Yeah, that's a really important point. This whole AI ecosystem, it's incredibly complex. Everything depends on everything else. So one weak link, like that design flaw in the Blackwell chip, it can have a ripple effect, throughout the whole system.
So this isn't just a tech story then. We're talking global economics, the race to be on top in tech, the future of, well, pretty much everything.
Exactly. And I think it shows just how important collaboration is, open communication, making sure everyone understands the challenges and opportunities that come with AI.
So where do we go from here? What's next in this whole AI story?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how NVIDIA bounces back from this, right?
Yeah.
And how the other companies react. Will this whole thing lead to, more investment in chip design and manufacturing? Will we see some new companies jump into the game?
But what about AI itself? Will this make people more careful, slow things down, or will the push to innovate just keep going?
That's a good question. I think this incident brings up some really fundamental questions, about the balance between speed and stability when developing AI. Can we keep moving this fast without sacrificing quality, making sure things are reliable?
This has been a seriously thought-provoking deep dive. We started with what seemed like a small design flaw and ended up talking about the future of AI, its impact on the world. Anything else our listeners should keep in mind? Something to think about as we, head into this brave new world of AI.
I'd say stay curious, stay informed, and stay involved. This whole AI revolution, it's happening right now, right in front of us, and we all have a role to play in shaping how it goes. Don't be afraid to ask questions, to challenge assumptions, and to, really demand that AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the crazy world of AI chips and all the twists and turns of tech progress. Until next time.